Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. I'm excited because I'm actually enjoying a snow day, so that is always a pleasant surprise. And I'm excited because I think this might be my second concealer review on my channel ever. So we're gonna talk about the new Fenty We're Even concealer, and if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think, and if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I am fantastic. I'm really excited to have this surprise snow day because last night they tried it talking about 2 hours late arrival tomorrow. I went outside, I was like, I don't know what parking lot y'all think y'all are gonna get clean by the time teachers need to be to work at 7:20 and teachers are there before then. I don't see this happening, and it didn't. And I'm happy about it because, you know, I've been sick, so didn't have to take any sick time today. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, but we're gonna go ahead and enjoy today. So let's talk about this new Fenty Beauty Concealer. I just purchased it on a whim. I was like, ooh, this sounds like something I'd like to try. Not that I need any concealers, and that's what I did. So, you know, my girl Riri, you know, she's not giving us any music. She's on a baby factory right now, and I'm all for it. Rihanna, I have no complaints. I think Rihanna's a billionaire. Like, Rihanna, Fenty Beauty changed the game. I'm so sorry, it did, and I know it's had some tweaks along the way, but she came out, you know, gave us 50 Shades in foundation and then some. You know, we had a little trinkets of music here and there, but I can go ahead and wait. I'm gonna go ahead and wait. So this is called the We're Even Hydrating Long Wear Concealer. It's $30, and concealer is getting even with skincare. This concealer is supposed to be a makeup meets skincare hack. It melts into the skin, instantly evening, brightening, and hiding dark circles and puffiness for up to 12 hours. It is available in 50 buildable medium coverage shades with a second skin finish. Some of the claims of this concealer is that it is buildable medium coverage with a natural skin finish, extreme long wear formula that resists creasing, fading, sweat, and humidity. It hydrates and brightens instantly and through 12 hours. It continues to improve with consistent use. Visibly improves dark circles and puffiness instantly and through 12 hours. Continues to improve with consistent use. It won't settle into fine lines or accentuate skin texture. It's transfer proof and waterproof, no flashback, and non-comedogenic. And Fenty Beauty is 100% cruelty free. So you can let me know what you think about my shade selection. The other thing that I wanted to mention is when I was doing the B-roll of the product, I just want to let you know, because some people are quirky about things like this, is that this foundation cannot stand up on its own because of the shape of the component. So you can see there, it does not have a flat bottom, whereas most concealers do. So you cannot sit this up. You have to lay it down on its side. That may or may not bother you, but I wanted to mention it because I remember that being a complaint about the Lisa Eldridge foundation. Love that foundation, but it just has to lay on its side. I did finish it up, so I don't have it to show you. So that's why I wanted to mention this. So now we're gonna get into the demo part of the video, and we are going to flash back to an earlier me, getting ready to get dressed. I'm gonna demo the foundation, and I'm also going to swatch other foundations in my collection so that you can see the undertones that I usually go for, because I have a bit of a variety, and you'll be able to see where 300N falls in that spectrum. I will do a wear test, and I'll be back at the end later on tonight to give you my final thoughts on this new concealer. All right, friends, so I have to tell you, I'm really excited to be trying some other products out other than eyeshadow on my channel. I'm finding it really fun. So I am excited about trying this new Fenty concealer. I know I went through everything that it was supposed to claim already in the intro. So this is an earlier me, and actually we have no school today because of the snow, and I figure this would be a great time to do a wear test because I am going to be going outside. I don't know, maybe some other things. I don't know. I'm feeling on the mend, so that's the plan. All right, before I demo the Fenty concealer, I wanted to show you some of the other concealers that I have in my collection. I know that I only usually mention the Dior Forever Skin Correct and the Natasha Denona HyGlam concealer. Now this Dior is from the old formula. I had bought a backup of it last year sometime, and then they reformulated. So I have a bottle of the new formulation as well. It'll be my second one of that. And then this is my second of the old. So I figured I would use this. That's not even what this is about. So I'm just gonna show you the swatches so you could just see where I am. Now this is really what I would take in the foundation, and I'm sure I could go up like a half shade or maybe even a whole possible shade, but I love this one for when I just want to put something under my eyes and nothing else on because it blends in with my skin. Sometimes, you know, we do go for some brightness. Now the Natasha Denona HyGlam, I love the tone of this because it's a rosy tone. This is RP6. The Dior was 4N for 4 neutral, but this rosy tone in this concealer it's just my favorite. The rosy tone that's in the HyGlam is so beautiful on my skin. I think it goes really well also. I didn't think I would ever find something to beat out my Dior, but that one is really nice. I also have here the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer. This is in the shade 4.5 Granola. I used to have cookie dough. It was way too bright, or I felt like it was way too bright. Sure, we could have made it work. This is actually Huda's shade, and you can see that has a bit of a different kind of undertone, but works very well on my skin. And finally, I have the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer, and this is neutral in MG5. And most of these concealers, you know, I purchase online and hope for the best. The LYS is the lighter of the 4, but it still works, and I could always mix it with one of these if, you know, I'm not feeling it that day. Now we're gonna see where the Fenty stands amongst the swatches. This is 300N. I'm gonna put it up top. So it looks like the Fenty is pretty comparable with the Huda Beauty. It's a little deeper than the LYS. But all of these are going to work for me. This is definitely a neutral undertone. I know that the Dior says it is, but it's looking warm. And compared to Natasha, you can definitely see the pinky tone there. But these, to me, look a little more neutral. Let's go ahead and get this on. The directions say to dot or swipe the formula anywhere you want to conceal and brighten. Think under eyes, blemishes, or all over. You can blend with a concealer brush, fingers, or sponge. The sponge is best for all over coverage, it looks like. And then if you have oily skin, you want to set with the Invisimatte Instant Setting and Blotting Powder. I usually do set my concealer, so I'm thinking maybe we set it on one eye and don't set the other. Is that good? I think that's what we'll do. I've never done a concealer wear test, so this is a new format for me. So let's just see how it goes. And I usually do my little color corrector, but just because we're doing a wear test and want to see what this looks like, I am not going to do that this time. I do like going to the website to read the directions just because sometimes there are things about products that I don't know. For example, I didn't know the Natasha Denona concealer was self-setting. I had no idea. So I'd like to make sure I'm reading the directions and just see if there's any, you know, special things to note about the product. So we'll start with these 4 dots and see what we think. I'm gonna put a little dot here. I'm just gonna take this MSQ brush. I've been using brushes lately to blend out concealer. I know I often use a sponge. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. And lately I haven't been wearing foundation too much, but for this, I don't know. It doesn't blend the way the Natasha Denona does or the Dior does as far as like into my natural complexion. It's just a bit bright. And while I'm blending this out, let me just share with you what I had on my face before I put this on. I washed my face and I used my Kiehl's toner. And then after that, I did put on this Fenty Flash Nap Instant Revival Eye Gel Cream. I randomly wanted to try that recently. So I got that when I got the Fenty Skin Cream, the one that smells like the cinnamon bun. So far, so good with that. I also moisturized my face with the YSL Glow and Balm Moisturizing Primer, and that's all I have on my face. I did my brows using the Patrick Ta Major Brow Lamination Gel, and then I used my Maybelline Express Brow Pencil, the micro pencil, to fill my brows in. All right, so here's the concealer. Blend it in with a brush. Like I said, I think the match is fine, but I don't know, for like my no makeup days, I don't know if this is the color. This is not the color I will wear. Now I don't know. I will say I like how it feels. It is brightening, and I did not notice a scent. My smell is, it's a little scent. It's kind of a makeup-y scent, but nothing that's overwhelmingly strong. So just feeling it. It feels nice. It looks like it's absorbing into my skin, and I think this is a good match. Not alone, but overall a good match. It looks like maybe I could take warm. Do you think? But I just like to be on the safe side. I think I could do warm. I think I could do neutral, but I just like to stick with the neutral under eye because I do like to use my pink powder and then a color corrector, so sometimes I could possibly alter the color. So all right, let me know what you think about that. I mean, I feel like it looks a little unnatural, I would say. I'm gonna put some foundation on, and I think once I do that and put it all together, I think we're going to like that a little bit more. So let me grab some foundation and then see what we think about the bright under eye, and then I'll come back. We'll start the wear test, and then I'll keep y'all posted throughout the day. All right, I'm back, and I have on some foundation now. I actually have on a mix of the Fenty Eavesdrop, and this is a 13, and I'm also wearing the Auric Glow Lust in the shade Sandstone. So little bit deeper for me right now, but it's okay. I think the Fenty is pretty warm, and so is this shade Sandstone. I actually have the Auric Glow Lust in 2 shades. The Glow Lust is actually more neutral. Actually, they're both kind of warm, but the glow in here, see, it's just more neutral, and then mixed with the Eavesdrop. It's a nice little combo. So that's what I'm wearing, nice and dewy. And I think the concealer looks really nice with it. It gives a little brightness to the under eye, but I definitely think I needed something on my face. When I do my no makeup, I will not use the Fenty for this. I will stay with my Natasha Denona or my Dior. But other than that, like, I think it looks nice. So what we're gonna do is we are going to set this side and just see what it looks like. I don't have the Fenty powder, but I do have the Huda Beauty Peach Pie that I'm just trying out. So let's just see how that's gonna look. I also did go over the concealer with a sponge. I wasn't too happy with the brush. I like setting it down with the brush, but I like pressing it in with the sponge. I just feel like it looks nicer. So I'm just taking this brush from MSQ, and I'm going into the Peach Pie, which I actually do like. See, now I like how the peach pie gave it some blur there. So even though you might not have to set the Fenty, I think I want to. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna powder both sides. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I just think this has a little more shine. And I do like the radiant finish, but I also like the blur that powder can give nowadays. So I'm gonna just set both. And I know we're not talking about Huda Beauty, but I can kind of see the hype with this powder. And I think with the Fenty shade, it looks good. Just put a little down there where I had the blemish. All right, and that's what we look like. And I don't know if it helps, but I'm gonna just turn off some of these YouTube lights and just see. And maybe what I can do is take some pictures from my phone, because I will be going outside. And I'm sure you can tell by now, like coverage wise, I don't shoot for anything super heavy. So you can see freckles, you can see all of that kind of coming through, but I do like how it looks blurred. So I just want you to know, like, that's how I like to wear my makeup. I like more of a natural look. And I think, like, sometimes if you can't see my freckles, I don't know, it makes me feel like Michael Jackson. Christmas. Okay, so I'll be back. I will try to include some iPhone coverage being outside, and maybe I'll stop in. Now, I'll be honest, most likely this is not gonna be a 12-hour wear test. Now, I am hoping that this concealer will do well for the 12 hours, but I'm wondering if, like, is at the max? Is it gonna start looking bad before then? I'm just curious, but I would say the final mark here will probably be like the 8-hour mark, because I don't know, it's just not realistic for me at this time. So 12 hours would be great. If it looks good, 8 hours, I'm gonna be content with this concealer. So I will be back throughout the day and we'll see how this is gonna look. All right, y'all, it is 11:47. So I don't know if I've had this concealer on for an hour yet, but I'm outside getting ready to do the snow deal, clean off my car. And this is what it looks like. And here are the boys. I'll give you help in just a second. You wanna say hi?
Hi.
Okay, well, you know, you left the gloves that you needed in your other coat. I think this looks great. Actually, I'm really into my face right now. I'm not these pale lips, but I'm into my face, and I think it looks really good. So I don't think it's been a whole hour. Maybe 35 to 45. 35, 45 minutes. So I'll be back in a little while, but yes, this is just off my phone, so we don't have any frills, no filters. I'm here for it. Hey y'all, it's about 2:30. So I did put on some makeup here, and we're at the 3-hour mark because I did put this on around 11 o'clock. So yeah, I'll say 11:30. So we're at about 2:30, and I think everything's looking good. Let me see how close we can zoom in on the phone, because you know the phone will tell everything for real. So it's looking good. I don't see it looking cakey or anything. I do have some natural wrinkles I see under here. But all in all, to me, the concealer is looking great. It's looking natural, and it looks nice with this makeup look. So I will be back in a few hours to let you know how this is going. All right, y'all, so this is me now at 7:15. So I have had this concealer on for 8 hours. I think it looks fantastic. Let me know what your thoughts are if you have this one. I'm gonna get ready to close out the video, but I just wanted to show you what the concealer looked like after 8. And we supposedly have 4 more to go. So you can see I do have some little creases there. I showed you that earlier, but it's definitely still there. Like, my under eyes are still bright. So you can see that there, because I can see where my blush is and where the concealer is. It's set down beautifully. I really don't have anything to say about it. If there were any changes, it definitely was a graceful change. And I'm all about graceful fading makeup and graceful evaporating of the makeup off my face, because I just feel like the makeup naturally fades off, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. So let's get ready to close this one out. Hey friends, I am back. It is 7:17 and I've now had on this concealer for a little over 8 hours. I put it on around 11-ish and now it's 7:15. So overall, as you can see from my iPhone footage, I think the concealer still looks really good. I'm just gonna zoom it here on the camera. I think it looks great. I think it has lasted beautifully throughout the day. I can still see the brightness. It still has a natural finish underneath the powder, and I don't have any complaints as to how it has settled into my skin. I was not able to test out the waterproof capabilities of this concealer, and I probably won't unless I'm going on vacation somewhere. We can test it out then, but I'm not going to be going on vacation right now, NRN, no MONEY. So not going to be able to test that out. But let me grab my book and look at the claims again and see how I'm feeling and let you know if I think this is a good concealer to try out. My book's right here. All right. So fade resistant, didn't have any issues with fading. Crease resistant, I did not have any creasing. Waterproof, we didn't test that out. Brightening, absolutely. Transfer proof, well, I don't feel like it's moved at all. So I would say, yeah, as far as transfer proof, I think that's accurate. As far as the skin loving ingredients and the improvement of dark circles, puffiness, and all of that, you are gonna have to use this concealer consistently in order to see some of those changes, because it says it continues to improve with consistent use. So overall though, I think this is a really good concealer.
When you go to like work, can you get a door stump thing?
For what?
A door, so it doesn't like open.
I don't have those at work, but I can get you a door stopper. What would make you think I had that at work? I'm just curious.
Because I see it out here, like when Miss Anne's coming in the room, I see one.
Okay. Well, I will see. Tyrone might have one.
You said he doesn't.
Okay, well, I'll get you a door stopper.
Okay.
Love you. I think in order to put this concealer to the test for real, I would want to try this during the summertime, or if I went on vacation to the beach or somewhere really warm, like if I went back to Puerto Rico, something like that. Because this is supposed to be an extreme long wear formula that resists creasing, fading, sweat, and humidity. And so I didn't have any of that. I didn't even work out. I could try this on a day where I do my walk or I do my elliptical or my bike or something like that to see how the concealer performs and holds up, and I can give you an update. That's gonna be the closest I can get to really testing this out to its full potential until we move on to warmer weather. But overall, I would say this is really nice. And I will also say that from what I heard, the original formula was very drying, and I did feel like that about her foundation. Now, I haven't tried her foundation since the original launch, so I know she's had some changes since then. I don't think that this eavesdrop formula is drying at all, but I did hear that the concealer was very dry, so I do not feel like this is dry. If something's dry, I am not going to want to wear it. So this definitely feels hydrating. Let me know if you're in the market for a new concealer and if this one fits your profile of what you think you would like. And also let me know what concealers you love, concealer or concealers. Why do we have more than one? I used to really just have one, and now I think I have 5. But I like all 5. So let me know what concealers you're wearing, and do you wear them for different reasons? Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.